something out of it. Get ready to get train tomorrow.
It's an interesting title. I'm an assistant coach with responsibility for game analysis and education coordinator. So essentially what that means is to support all the coaches in terms of game styles and being up to date on the latest game trends. And the education part is something that I know Simon Goodwin's really big on. And that's all about the way we educate our players in terms of our game style and what we need from them. Definitely, if you have a look at the Hawthorn model, they've had a lot of success with a lot of school teachers and people with education backgrounds as part of their assistant coaching team. So my background is 10 years at Swinburne University, so I've come in with a big history in education, but also working at AFL clubs for 12 years, and a lot of my roles in previous positions in AFL clubs has been around football analysis, but also how you educate players on game style and indeed opposition game style and how you beat those teams. With Simon Goodwin, I worked with him for 4 years at Essendon. We had a really good relationship, particularly in the coach's box. And when he took the job at Melbourne, I looked down the track and thought there'd be an opportunity to come and work with him again one day. And I think one of the great things for me is I get a year to work with Paul Roos. So from a personal point of view, I feel pretty privileged having worked with Mark Thompson, premiership coach at Geelong, and now working with Paul Roos, who coached Sydney to a premiership. Already in a short time I can have got to know Roosie, and I'm sharing a house with him up here, and he's just an amazing coach. So really looking forward to the next 12 months with him, and certainly that transition to Goody, where I'll work alongside him, is going to be great. In terms of Brendan McCartney, there's a bit of a long story there, but we had a great year working together at Essendon, and when he took the job at the Bulldogs, he was keen for me to go across, and to be back alongside Macca is really looking forward to the year with him too. What I identified a long time ago was that to remain competitive at AFL level, you have to get overseas, and what I saw was a lot of assistant coaches and coaches heading to America and Europe, and for me I want to differentiate a little bit from that. So I've been to countries like Lebanon, cities Beirut, been over to Kuwait and Oman, Abu Dhabi, and the reason I do that is I get really good frontline access to some pretty big sporting clubs over there. So some of the things that I bring back from there that I'm able to share with the players and coaches and stuff, I think has really helped my career. Well, in part, the assistant coaches here, Jade Rawlings, has coached his own team at Richmond in his own right, and Benny Matthews, a premiership player and midfield coach and been at a number of clubs. Pretty much what they're doing is first class, and really trying to fast track the players as quickly as we can. So there's amazing talent on the list, and they're all being taught the right way. And I'm just coming in to value add a little bit, bring some new ideas into the footy club, and really positive and enthusiastic about the role, and feel very fortunate to be here and hopefully working with Goody and the other coaches for a long period of time.